Hi, it's Rosie at RoseByNameCo. I know I just did a video and I finished showing you the purely paper flowers, which I cut out from different papers that I have. So I was cleaning up and I just happened to put this here and put that over there. And I'm just cleaning up, I'm tidying up, gathering it into a bunch, And I'm doing this and I go, oh my goodness, this looks so nice. So I kind of line it up. And it looks beautiful. Love the look of it. This could be a tag, I'm thinking, right? You could write into it in little bits and so on. This is still so pretty. This is, of course, just a negative of the circles that we cut out for the paper flowers. So then I think to myself, well, what about all these other ones that I have? What can I do with that? Can I do anything with it? Well, I can, because I can put this over here. And look how pretty that is with this beautifully stained coffee paper. I'm thinking, yeah, okay, we can make this into a tag, and then right next to it we can do that. Can we keep going? Well, of course we can. So, okay, we can put this one over here. Maybe straighten it out a bit. And this one's maybe, I didn't cut these quite into a straight line, which you could, or it doesn't matter. Still, look at this beauty coming through over here. And then you have some flowers here as well. Well, what about this? Well, of course, we can do that too. So we can put this one on top. I just kept going and going. I'm like, this is a whole new thing now I can do. And then I can put this one here. This is pretty well all the paper that I had that I cut out. And I'm just going to add a little bit in here because it's a little bit short. Of course, you can keep going. Go on and on and on. So I'm thinking I will do a tutorial on this. What do I call this? A punched out circle tag? Do I call it negative circles tag? What do I call this? Maybe by the end of it I'll come up with a name for it. So, well, let's get started on the first part. I'm going to be gluing it, so you need your glue. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here at the edges. Maybe I will sew around it afterwards just to make it down a little bit better. I'm sorry if I'm out of view as usual. I think I'm getting better at being in the view. So let's see if we can get this back down here. Okay, there, as much as close to the edge that we can over here, so that we still have some edge on this side as well. So this will, we'll make a tag with 1, 2, 3, 4 holes in it. We are going to put a backing onto this so that it's a little bit heftier than this. Then what we had next was, I believe, this one. Oh, I love this. I love the way this coffee stain paper came out with all the little bits here. So this one, this is actually, it looks like the other side of this one with the lines, but we'll use this side here. So we'll put the glue on the line. Sorry, I had it backwards. Put a little bit of glue on this side. Okay. Get this down right on top of the flowers here, and leaving a little bit here to cut in between. So I'm going to put it as close to the edge over here as I can, and to the top as much as I can. It looks like maybe I will have a little bit of a gap here, but you know what? It'll be covered up when we put the backing onto it. So now even if a little bit gets cut off here, it's okay. We will manage. So let's keep going with that. So on top of this one, I wanted to put this pretty flower. So I'm just going to be putting glue over here. And whatever I have, here to work with. Leaving a little bit of edge over here as well. Let's see if we can straighten this up a little bit. Some more towards here, I think. But we'll straighten it in some way. Okay, and now we're going to keep going with this pretty flower. We're going to put this on it. So why waste anything, right? When we can still use it and still make it look beautiful. And it's still paper, so for us, it is spot on. So leaving a little bit of edge here, so I'm going to bring it a little bit more this way. And maybe a little bit more to the top to catch more of the flowers. And we're going to keep going with this one over here. So this one, we're going to need to add a little bit to the edge of, oh, I keep using the wrong end, of the Uhu stick. I'm going to put this one on top so that we can use then two-tone here. We're going to have two-tone on this one. And we're going to use up this very old book page. Hopefully it doesn't tear for me because it's very delicate. So, see, it did. So I'm going to just try to put it back. Now leaving a little bit of edge here to cut between. And then I'm just going to go like this. I'm not going to waste anything. There we go. That's fine with me. Okay. So this will give us how many tags in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tags. And just going to cut straight through. Let me just put the glue away. So let's see if we can cut this a little bit straight. And it's going to look so much better once we have it in some kind of shape. Now these edges, I really want these edges, so I'm just going to cut a little bit beside them. And we're going to go straight across here. This one's already good. And then this one on the top a little bit. I think I have glue on here, so it's sticking to the bottom. Okay, so on this side, I like the way it's already pretty straight, and I like the little bit of edge over there. So now we're going to very carefully cut this. Now, you know what? Before I cut it individually, I'm going to put it on this index card. So it has a little bit of heft to it, and maybe what I will do is, okay, so I'm not going to fit 3 on it, but I'm going to fit 2. So I'm going to glue it on first. So over here. Okay. So I will glue this down. And then I will cut the edges. So I'm going to put this on top over here like this. Get that on there nice and firm. And then I will cut it this way too. I will see a little bit better as far as cutting straight where I should be cutting. So I'm just going to cut like this, and then over here. Now you could leave it if you wanted a bigger tag. I mean, this is pretty already as it is. And if you put a little bit of, you know, a little bit of a fringe on it on top, a little bit ribbon, and it's already good like this. I also like it that way. You could keep it as 2 to have it a little bit wider. But for this purpose, because this is what I initially intended to do, I will cut it, okay, like this. So it will be each individual strip. And I will cut this one for a little bit different size. Okay, is it kind of straight here? I'm not sure. Yeah, but it has to be. And more like that, I guess. Then we have these over here, so I'm gonna put that on another card. Let's glue these down. Okay, we're gonna put these into the corner over here. Just trying to make it a little bit straight. It doesn't have to. Now see, I left this one on here, so I'm gonna have to cut it off here. Okay, we're good. And let's see if we're straight here at all. Not really. So a little bit more this way. And here. Okay, just move some of these things away. So we have one more here that we're gonna do. And I'm going to cut this one. I'm not very good at cutting straight. So I think maybe, you know, more of us have that problem. I'm really horrible at cutting straight. So what I am going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit of a, so 1.5 3/4 over here, and then 1.5 3/4 over here. So I am going to give it a little line to cut this a little bit better. Okay. Let's see. We can manage this. I don't want it to be, you know, too crooked either. Not that it has to be perfect, as I always say, and all of us believe. But I want it to be a little bit more than completely off. So let me see, about 1 and just about 1.5. Okay, so we're good on this one. That's this one, and this one. How do we do on this one? 1 3/4, 1 3/4. Okay, we're good in this one. So I probably won't cut this one anymore. It's fine. So they'll all be a little bit different size. So one more that we have going here, this way, and we'll see how that one is. I don't know why I have such a bad hand as far as, you know, getting something cut even. And I've more or less given up cutting with the cutter. I always used to use the cutter, be very, very, very perfect, because I knew I couldn't do the greatest job. But now I cut with scissors, and I just cut however it turns out. I'm not so precise anymore as far as using the cutter all the time, every now and then. So let's just get done with this one. Let me see, as far as how much is it here? About 1 3/4 and 1.5. Okay, so this one I'm gonna have to cut into here a little bit. So let me see, more like over here. I want to keep this little flip over here, so we're gonna go like this, I think. Okay, let's see if we can manage this one. I don't want to cut too much of the old paper. Okay, I do still have some over here, and I can rough it up a little bit if I want to. So let me see, about 1.5, a little bit more. Okay, we're good. Okay, so on these ones now, I would like to use my corner rounder, because I like to round everything, but I don't have it here, so I will just leave it as it is. So of course we want to stretch this a little bit, give it a little bit more edge and a little bit more definition. Let's go with this one. You can use different inks if you want. I usually just like to brown up the edges a little bit. It just makes the middle stand out a little bit more. Okay, I'm almost done here. And then I'm going to go to the machine. I won't, you know, I won't make you go through all the sewing of these, but I will sew them up just around the edges, and then I will come back and finish them off. I'll be right back. So here they are. I've sewn all around these, and I kind of was thinking, what do I call these tags from scraps? Literally, maybe scrap tags. I don't know. Yeah, I know. It's wonky name for it, but how about scrap tags? Let's call them scrap tags. And so now I've sewn around them. As you can see, some of the detail here, and just a little bit to give it a little more finishing touch. And so what I'll do is make a hole on the top, for example, and we can give this one, let's see, what do we want to give it? This one's a little bit more with the more raw material here, just the, let's just give it this. I like twine. Anyway, so I just go like this with it. It doesn't have to be anything perfect. Just pull it through and make a knot, and we're done. Now we can leave it this long. I kind of like it this long. Do you like it? I don't know. You can trim it, of course, and you can put more into it if you want, but I kind of like it just like that. And we're going to leave this one. And then next one, let's see, let's go with this one here. And just make a little hole in the middle. Also, used to be very precise and put, you know, the reinforcers here, but it's okay. We'll manage without it. So let's give this one some of this beautiful pink that I have here. I don't know if it has to be that long. Probably not. Let me see if this might be enough. I mean, these are not huge tags, so it doesn't have to be, you know, overly big. And let's see if we can find the middle here. And pull that through. It has a little bling on it too. Ah, these are adorable. Scrap tags. There we go. It's not, you know, in line or perfect. You can still write into this or put your numbers or dates or anything that you might have important. But you can also, you know, write on the back because the back is beautifully done. So, or you can put little tiny pictures if you have something. For example, I have something here. A little bit left over of something. And let's see, we can still probably use this. And no, so if you have something important that you want to use, you can still, you know, put in little bits of different colors, for example. You can put in different colors, or you can put a little bit of fabrics that you want in your journal. When you're making a new journal, you can also put different colors of the fabrics that you want to use for that journal. So you put a little bit of each color that you might be using for a sample. So you can use it like a little color sampler. You can do that with it. So we have this one. And let's see, this one maybe we'll give it, it does have it any blue? No. So let's give it this one just to tone it down a bit. And let's see how much we might need here. Probably about that much, or maybe even a little bit shorter. Let's try and just, let's see if we can staple this one on. Look at the size of my stapler. I don't know, I found this somewhere at a thrift shop, and it's still very usable. So I'm okay with the size of it. I do have the Tim Holtz mini stapler somewhere. Let's see. If it went down, I just usually press down a little bit more, and we're good. And then this one here, I can also staple onto this one. Let's do a little bit of purple. I do have this purple. I just, there's an edge to it, so I don't really like using the edge, so I'm just gonna see if it will rip off. Okay. And we'll make a hole. No, we're just gonna staple this one. So we don't need too much. We're gonna make this one a little bit less because it's a little more delicate. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful to look at the little images inside. Of course, you can put, you know, like family photos or animals or whatever it is that you are doing a journal on. So, okay. And sometimes I sew these right on too, but because I'm doing this tutorial right here, right now, I just want to finish it this way. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more over here. This one is just more plain with writing with the old paper. And I'm just going to trim that off. And I'm going to use maybe a combination of this. I love this color here, kind of between green and brown. And let's add some twine into that. And let's see, I'm gonna make a hole on this one. Number 155. Okay, probably gonna get covered up, but anyways, so we're gonna put this together. Everybody now together. I don't know why I said it that way, but anyways, so let's see if we can pull that through over here. This is just the easiest knot that I know, and I just use it all the time. This is kind of even. This is a little bit more. Okay. Okay, we're good. Now, if you feel that this is still, for this purpose, I don't know if I like it quite that long. I think I'm gonna shorten these a little bit on this one. Not much. There, more like that. Yes. Okay, so we have 5 scrap tags that from the materials or paper that I was going to throw out. I was gathering it again and just to throw it out into a pile when I came upon seeing how beautiful they look. So even that, whatever is you got left over, can always still be used for something. So, you know, always try and keep your mind open to different ideas, and keep going on with it and show us what you got as well. I appreciate you coming by again. Hope you're having a great day. Rosie at RoseByNameCo. Bye-bye.